The next time you go to a hotel, maybe you can think of asking for an upgrade, or maybe you need to think ahead of time. Check out our article for all the details on that. But we have Linda here with us. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Linda, do you prefer to stay in hotels, B&Bs, or hostels?
Well, it depends on the situation. I mean, if I'm traveling solo by myself and I want to save money, then I stay in a hostel. But if I want something a little nicer, then I'll stay in a B&B, and then maybe with family or more people, then we'll stay in a hotel.
Yeah, right. It really just depends on what you want. Maybe you want to enjoy the hotel swimming pool or eat at the buffet there, and maybe you want to be in a remote location in a B&B and just feel like you're at home. It really depends. I agree. And I like all of them as well. But I want to ask you, have you ever attempted to get a hotel upgrade, or you just kind of take what you get?
Well, I mean, I book a certain type of room that I expect to get, and I don't think I've ever asked for an upgrade specifically, but we have been given an upgrade, maybe because something was wrong with the room and, we didn't like it, so they upgraded us to a better room, and that just worked out. So it's more automatic instead of us asking.
So you never, think about asking for an upgrade ahead of time? That hasn't really been a need for that, I guess.
No, not really. Yeah. I mean, it's nice when it happens, but I've never been active about asking for one.
Yes. I can think of one time, last year before, I was on my honeymoon, and we were flying, and I asked my wife was kind of nudging me, wanting me to ask the stewardess if we could get an upgrade, and I told her it was our honeymoon, and she's like, oh, let me go ask, and sure enough, they sent us up to the next class, the business class, so for that 2-hour flight, we were able to fly sort of in style. So that's nice. One of the only times I've asked for an upgrade.
Okay, so you use that newlywed
Yes, if you're getting married soon, remember that. All right, so let's also talk about these myths that we see in our article. Did any of these myths in our travel article surprise you a bit? If so, which one and why?
Well, I think I'm a pretty seasoned traveler, so none of them really surprised me. But myth 4 did make me more aware that I should be asking beforehand, before I check in. The myth is that you can only get upgrades when you check in, but you should ask before, even maybe when you book the room, as early as possible, and you still have a good chance of getting an upgrade. Yeah,
that was notable. I agree. The timing of it. Maybe sometimes you think, oh, I'll just wait until I get there, but no, actually, maybe you should plan ahead.
Right, because by the time you get there, the rooms might not be available anymore. So the earlier you do it, the better chance you have of getting an upgrade.
Makes sense. All right. Well, thank you for joining us again, Linda. And be sure to check out our travel article to figure out what all of the myths are and see if you agree with them. And maybe you can put some of these tips into practice and get your upgrade. We'll see you next time here on Insights.